I'm glad that I serve a living Lord. I'm glad that I'm Pentecostal, the power of Pentecost. When I was a young boy, I saw in the church, I saw people who were moved on by the Holy Spirit and used in the gifts of the Spirit. And sometimes they could just, maybe it wasn't even the manifestation of the gifts, but it was just the demonstrations of the joy of the Holy Spirit. I can remember my mother and my aunt and others as they would get so excited and they would dance before the Lord and they would worship. And sometimes they would just cry loudly or they would pray really loudly. And sometimes they would shake. And I've heard people say, well, I don't know if that's of God or not. I say I'm Pentecostal and I've done it all. And I would do it all over again because I know that God is real. I'm glad for the times that I shook under the presence and the power of God, because I know what His power feels like. I'm glad when I was moved upon by His Holy Spirit and I spake in other tongues and I felt the power, or when I gave a message of exhortation, or I gave a message that was prophetic, or I gave a message in tongues and I felt the power of God. I'm so glad that I learned at an early age about the power of Pentecost, because the power of Pentecost enables us to do the work of the Lord. It was so important that Jesus said to those who were left to do the work, when He was getting ready to go back to the Father, He said, as the Father has sent me, so send I you. But at the same time, He said, go and wait for the fulfilling of the Holy Spirit. Go and wait in the upper room for the Holy Spirit, because that will equip you to do the power give you the power to do the work of the gospel. And so I'm so glad as I was growing up that I learned the importance of having experience with the power of the Holy Spirit. And so I'm Pentecostal today because I have experienced the power of Pentecost and I've seen Him and know Him working in Pentecostal power in my life.